Ayo!
Kind of nailed it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Benched for this Pick'em show heading into week number 4. We just finished watching Cardinals and Seahawks, and I think AJ described it perfectly when he says it was a snoozer for about 3.5 quarters. AJ, takeaways from the Cardinals losing their 8th straight to the Seahawks.
Man, it's funny. I texted a buddy, Kyler Murray sucks. And then Kyler Murray turned it on.
Kyler Murray's great.
Almost like he was listening to the broadcast because they were just going in on him, saying like he's got to do something. He's got to elevate this team, and he pulled something out of the hat at the end there. But Sam Darnold just said, "Watch this."
Yeah, exactly. I think those are exactly where I was going to go to. A microcosm of what the Cardinals are and have been. Do they have crazy talent at quarterback and receiver and other parts of that team, Michael Wilson, guys like that? Yeah, for sure. Are they be consistent and going to play with that? No, they're going to kind of show it to us every now and then, but way too little, way too late. They almost stole the game. But on the other side of that, this is why I think they brought Sam Darnold to town with Seattle. Sam Darnold, veteran quarterback, was more than comfortable getting on the field that last drive and putting it away for the Seahawks. I thought, you know what? Check another box for the Seahawks. Stuck it out in a close game. After the Cardinals had driven back, you got the emotional thing going on with Marvin Harrison because he finally caught a football, which is that's where they're at right now.
My wife's like, what happened to him?
He caught the ball.
Caught a pass, man.
He's making millions to do it. Yeah, so after all that, the crowd's going nuts. You come on the field as Sam Darnold, and you could have easily done what Lamar Jackson did a couple days ago and hand the ball right back or just kind of choke it away. And no, he put the game away, and it was cool to see. The kicker makes the kick. One question for you, and then we'll move on. Not going for 2 if you're the Cardinals. Do you think that's anything or something?
No, I mean it was a comeback attempt. You want to try to get it at least to overtime. There was 28 seconds left. I think they were giving them the ball back. Odds are they're not going to make it down the field in that time. They went against the odds and they did it. So I'm not mad at it. You tied up the score, left it to your defense. Your defense gave it up.
Yes, I'm same with you. I think unless there's other kind of circumstances to monitor, for the most part, I am at home, play for overtime, on the road, play for the win. I'm not killing them for that decision either. All right, AJ, let's jump into these week 4 games right down the pike here. Let's start with early morning in Dublin, Ireland. I'll be up for this game. I feel like you will be too.
Yeah.
Minnesota at Pittsburgh. These two teams going to lock it up, and I feel like they're two very, like, how to say it? Just 2 big question marks. Like, what is this? I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Can't wait to see them play each other.
I feel like in my headcanon rankings, this is like team number 16 and 17 against each other. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm sure you are to watch Carson Wentz. I can't wait. I want to see him unleashed. Obviously, last game was a blowout. We didn't really get to see Carson Wentz handle the team from start to finish. But yeah, I can't wait to see Carson Wentz. I can't wait to see Aaron Rodgers. I haven't really watched Aaron Rodgers play this year yet.
True. He's playing well. He's playing better than we thought he would. Yeah. Better than a lot of people thought he would. And just go back to your point. Can't wait to see Carson Wentz. There's no one more made to play the Vikings starting quarterback than the ginger who grew up the Vikings fan with the last name of Wentz, now playing for the Vikings. To wrap all that up and make even better, let's put him in Ireland.
Yep.
And just make the whole thing. I mean, just a big Carson Wentz show.
Right there, I think next to a man named O'Connell. Right there in Ireland.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be fantastic. Looking at, I was taking a little deeper look at all these games, and in this game, Steelers ranked second to last in rushing yards per game. Are you like blown away at that stat as I am? An Arthur Smith team, second to last in rushing yards per game at just 63.
Well, I don't think they have the personnel for it. Jaylen Warren's not a bell cow. We know what Kenny Gainwell is as Eagle fans. I don't think he had 17 carries in week 1. And I don't know if they're going to go back to that well. And then you're not going to get anything from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. So, and then they've just all but abandoned Caleb Johnson. Like, poor dude who didn't know the kickoff rules that I'm sure 90% of fans did not know when that moment happened either.
Right.
So they don't have the personnel. It's not too surprising. I know it's an Arthur Smith offense, but you
Right.
got to get a solid running back there.
Yeah, just 2.8 yards per carry so far for the combination of Gainwell and Warren. I bring that up because a guy that you're very familiar with, Bijan Robinson, and the Falcons ran right at the Minnesota Vikings, I believe, in week 2. Is that week 2?
Oh man, we're week 4 now. I don't even remember.
Basically, running right at the Vikings is kind of the only way you're gonna go. You're gonna find a way to do it. Just Flores is in his bag right now. He's absolutely cooking. And the Steelers, if they ever needed to run the ball, now is the time. And it's just not what the Steelers are doing right now. It's kind of weird.
And the type of way that Flores sends pass rushers, it's gotta keep Aaron Rodgers up at night. I'm looking for, that's like my favorite quote unquote matchup in this game is the pass rush against Aaron Rodgers. I can't wait to see what Brian Flores comes out with.
Oh man, that chess match.
Yeah.
So Falcons. Sorry, I put you on the spot there, so I thought, I should probably look this up. What I was referring to is the Falcons and Bijan Robinson, 22 carries, 143 yards in week number 2, and then Tyler Algier, 16 carries for 76 yards, just running the ball right at the Vikings. I thought I was going crazy there. My bad.
But again, I just don't think the Steelers have the personnel for that. Jaylen Warren's a nice back, but he's not going to blow anything out of the water.
Right. Let's pick it. I got the Vikings in this one.
I got the Vikings as well. Pittsburgh's defense is just it's like in the very bottom of the league. So you look at Minnesota, they've got the solid defense. They've got the great defense, and I trust Carson Wentz to be able to do enough with the pass catchers here in Minnesota to win this game pretty easily.
Okay, let's go to Washington at Atlanta. This game is obviously in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Big question in this one is Jaden Daniels going to play? And the other one is, will Michael Penix Jr. finish the game at quarterback for the Falcons? Like, big questions here for the second-year quarterbacks. So far, this is all we have about whether or not Jaden Daniels will play. In a press conference, he said, it's up to the doctors, and it's not my decision. So, sounds like he wants to play. Sounds like he probably would have played last week. He listened to the whole thing. Washington, Atlanta, what do you think?
I think he has to play because this is a very, very winnable game. Washington needs to stack as many wins as possible being in that division if they want to compete with the Eagles for the NFC East. Atlanta's a very winnable game. They've just been such a blah team. Michael Penix has been a blah quarterback.
That was really close.
Blah. Blah. And Raheem Morris is just I don't think he understands how to use a guy like Bijan Robinson and Drake London. Drake London's been a ghost this season, and we all thought he was going to come out and be just a target machine. So I think this is you've got to get your quarterback out there for these not gimme games, but these winnable games like Atlanta, especially on the road.
Yeah. Want to point out real quick, both teams dealing with injuries. AJ Terrell probably going to miss this one for Atlanta. And then Terry McLaurin, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt hasn't practiced so far this week, and that backfield is in a big jumbled mess. I'm actually going to pick Atlanta here, AJ.
Wow. Atlanta's 1-2, or are they 0-3?
Atlanta is, I do not have that in front of me here.
They need to have it on the schedule.
Atlanta's 1-2.
1-2. It's a must win for them. Because of all the injury questions. If I'm putting money on this, I'm going with Atlanta, just because there's so much going on in Washington. Guys aren't practicing. So I'll go with Atlanta as well.
Buffalo Bills hosting the Saints. Spencer Rattler, so far in his career, 0-9, has yet to win a game. This will not be the one he wins either. I'm going Buffalo Bills.
I'm going Buffalo here. A lot of people will probably look at last week. Well, the Browns beat the Packers. The Browns have a good defense. The Browns have a very solid defense, and we know that Jordan Love can be up and down. So I think that's where the pavement met the road. Is that the saying? Whatever it is.
I don't know. Rubber.
Whatever it is.
It's where the rubber.
I don't
recording
think
on it late.
Where the rubber met the road.
We're recording late on a Thursday night. We both got 2 little ones.
We
Bear
both
with
put our
us.
kids to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have a similar situation here. I think Buffalo's taking care of business. No problem against the Saints. Buffalo easily here. Nothing really more to talk about in this one.
That would mean Buffalo 4-0, Saints 0-4.
Yeah.
Let's move on now to the Titans and Texans. This one is in Houston. Cam Ward, NFL high, 15 sacks. Texans have produced 4 red zone drives all year long. They've been in the red zone 4 times all year long, haven't scored on any of them. Tennessee is tied 4th in takeaways. Houston has a top 5 scoring defense. What I'm trying to say, AJ, is bet the under. Both of these offenses are really, really bad.
This absolutely has to be a get-right game for CJ Stroud. It seems to be every single talking head's opinion that Brian Callahan is the worst coach in the league and will probably be the first fired coach. If you lose to Brian Callahan as CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans,
not good.
I mean, how do you come back from that? How do you come back from 0-4? You're coming off of 3 losses in a row, losing to this Tennessee Titans team. This is an absolute must win for Houston, because not me, but others may not believe in the Colts and what they're doing. So a lot of people can see this division as still winnable. And I'm sure if you're the Houston Texans, you're believing that as well. So you absolutely have to win this game. You have to get right this game too. You got to get the offense going.
Yeah, I think divisional game. I think the Texans need to pull it out. They're favored by a full touchdown, -7. The defense is good. Some changes on this defense. Stingley might not play, and then of course they cut C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So I don't think that makes a difference. Ayo Manor and Ridley aren't something that you should need Stingley for, to be honest. I'm going to go Houston as well. They have to win this game. You cannot lose to the Titans.
And Nico Collins got that extra motivation after L'Jarius Sneed said, what he say? I don't know who's that? And then Nico said, you know who I am.
I think he's gonna. Nico's just not a guy who would do that to those quiet ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Nope, not doing it. The Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions. AJ, this is my upset of the week right here. The Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions at Ford Field away. Let me use some stats here. 147 passing yards allowed per game. That's 4th best. Against the run, a league best 57 yards per game. This is the Browns defense. It's not just a better defense than you think, or they're feisty, or they'll keep you in a game. No, this is looking at one of the league's best defenses. Once again, Jim Schwartz, I think, is still there in Cleveland. We know a lot about Jim Schwartz, and this is a legit defense. And I think they kept him in the game last week, and Cleveland needs to do more on offense, obviously. I'm not in love with the Detroit defense. I think they could be had last week against the Ravens. I think Cleveland's gonna shock the world in this one.
Yeah, what you said. You're not in love with Detroit's defense here. I wish and it's the same for me. I wish I was a little more bullish on Detroit's defense. That being said, I think they've shown hey, Dan Campbell is the reason that we are where we are now. Yes, Ben Johnson helped us along the way, but Dan Campbell's the one who brought the culture here. Amon-Ra St. Brown is playing like the best receiver in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
The combo of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery and Jared Goff is just flat out efficient. I think you got a great offense meeting a great defense here. I'm going to take the offense here with the Detroit Lions. I'm going to take Detroit in this one. But not a. People look at this game like, oh, it's a blowout. No. Cleveland's not a force to be taken lightly.
Dad Gang Hats keeps it simple. Clean designs, a perfect fit, and comfort you can wear every single day. Whether it's game day, a weekend out with the boys, or just running errands, these hats always look good. Right now, you can save 15% when you use our code BENCHD76826 at checkout. Go to dadganghats.com and grab you a new favorite hat today.
Let's move on here to another game that, listen, I thought I was going to be more nervous about as a Birds fan. And after careful consideration, AJ, I'm just not. The Bucks are beat up. They're missing Gyoki and Cody Mouch. That's 2 starting linemen out. Mike Evans is out. Godwin's making his first game back. Tristan Wirfs his first game back. And listen, you know what this reminds me of? Last year when the Eagles played the Bucs, got blown out because they are completely beat up. I think the same thing happens the other way around, and I think it's a blowout.
Yeah, everybody wants to bring up how Tampa Bay has our number. Yes, they did beat us in the playoffs in that whirlwind of a season. I don't know what the Eagles were. Best team in the league 10 games in, and then we went 1-6, losing to the Giants twice.
So glad that's behind us.
You look at that, but then you look at last year, just like you said, people forget we didn't have any pass catchers that game. We had no AJ Brown. AJ Brown missed several games during that stretch. And Devonta Smith got lit up in that Saints game the week before, was in concussion protocol, and didn't play that week. So we had no pass catchers. The Tampa Bay just took it from the beginning, and then it was just impossible to come back from that one again with no pass catchers. So yes, I think it is exactly what you said. This is the flip. This is the flip side of that. For some reason, we're playing in Tampa Bay. I don't know who made the Eagles schedule this year. Win the Super Bowl, we play in Kansas City and in Tampa Bay. Like, this is ridiculous. But yeah, I same exact thing. I saw this on the schedule when the season first started. I circled it as this is a game we have to win no matter what our schedule is getting to that game. We're 3-0. We're here. I think we got this one, though.
I also think I think the Eagles are always going to be a run first ball and a conservative offense. As much as people don't like it, that's who they are. But I also think there's something to Jalen Hurts post game last week. Talking to the reporter, I forgot who it was, just said, "Listen, we got to let our guys be guys. Got to let our guys be dogs and just go out there and do what we do." And a lot of people took that as a shot at the new offensive coordinator. I think it was just the leader of the team saying, "This is how we want to play as the stars of this team. The second half ball is how we can play, and it's how we want to play." I wouldn't be surprised, AJ, if we see a little turnaround here with this Eagles offense. It's not, we can't just run it back and let's do the Saquon thing again. That's not how the NFL works. I think I'm not saying they're going to be the greatest show on turf or anything like that, but I think a more balanced approach might be what we see here moving forward.
Quick trivia. What do you think the Eagles' record is when Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, and Devonta Smith all play?
All play?
Yeah,
and,
all four of them.
And finish the game. Man, I'm trying to think how long these guys have been together. Saquon just last year. So I'm going to say they couldn't have lost more than 3 games.
They are 20-0.
Yeah.
With a Super Bowl. So we got to – I'm not circling this Tampa Bay team as the first team to beat the fully healthy Philadelphia Eagles. No. Unbeaten, fully healthy, this team.
Tampa Bay's awesome, but they beat 3 mediocre teams on the last possession.
Yes.
Bravo to them. That's awesome.
Yes.
But this is a different thing. Let's go Carolina at New England. Take it away, AJ.
I'm not going to be watching this one. I might glance at it. My fantasy matchup has Drake May this week, so I might give it a little glance. New England's been a disappointment. Stephon Diggs is cooked. Kyle Williams, where's Kyle Williams?
Who? The hell is that?
Supposedly the next Puka Nacua, every fantasy page said. New England's just been a disappointment. I mean, I'm taking them in this one, even though Carolina just put that spanking on Atlanta last week. I don't know. I think New England's got a better defense than Carolina's offense. This is just one I am not paying attention to.
I think Bryce Young, if I read it correctly, has either never won or just won one single road game in his career still. Another thing to put out there.
I wonder how many back-to-backs wins he has as well.
I can't imagine. He has a lot of wins, period.
I
was looking for a team to trust with these two, and I don't like my options.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't trust either of these guys. I'll take New England at home because what I'm hoping for, AJ, is what they should have done week 1. Last week, you had fumbles by Antonio Gibson and Ramondre Stevenson. That's who they are. It's who they've always been. Give the rock to the young blood. Give him 15 to 20 carries. That's Travion Henderson. Right now, the offense should be running through Travion Henderson, not through Drake May. And I'm hoping that's what they do against the Panthers. And I think the Patriots pull this one out.
I'll say it right now, fantasy owners, start Travion Henderson. This is the week.
Yeah.
This is the week right here. 3 fumbles from those 2 guys. This is the week for Travion Henderson.
Which means it's also might be the week to go trade for him. Go put together a monster offer. If you're in our league, don't bother. The guy will not text you back. All right, let's go. AJ, a game I never thought I'd be so excited to see a Giants game, but we're going to get the Chargers at New York, and we're going to see the debut of Jackson Dart after the breakout game of Cam Scatterboo. And I can't wait. It's just fun. It just seems like the kids are out there. Dart, Scatterboo, and Malik Neighbors. The kids are out there. Let's just see what they do.
Yeah, we called this one week 4. Back 6 weeks ago?
Yep.
When we were looking at the schedule. We called this week 4, Jackson Dart. We were like, the Chargers, that's the game he's going to start. And here we are. Now that we know what the Chargers are, poor dude. But I mean, but like you said, I'm excited just to see, can he play well in this one? He doesn't have to light the world on fire. Just play well, take care of the ball, run your offense, get Malik Neighbors involved. And yeah, let's see what he can do.
Harbaugh 8-2 versus rookie quarterbacks. I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, taking Chargers for sure. 4-0.
Jacksonville at San Francisco. I feel like all the sexy has been sucked out of these teams. They're just like
exactly.
I just feel like I should be more excited with those two franchises.
San Francisco's 3-0. Nobody cares.
They're 3-0. And they're yet to be at full strength. So maybe we should be more excited about them.
Yeah.
They do have a notoriously easy schedule this year. But the defense of the Jags team is something that I was surprised when I looked into this one. So far, the Jags defense, first in the NFL in takeaways, 5th in points allowed, and 10th in yards. So this Jags defense is playing much better than anyone's paying attention to, because all we're talking about is Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr. can't catch the ball, and ETN is back, and is Travis Hunter a receiver, or is he just a cornerback? This defense is playing well. At San Francisco, AJ, Ricky Pearsall might miss this one. It's time to fire the medical staff over there in San Francisco, by the way. I'm going Jags here.
Yeah. So what you said, when we look at the Jags, when we talk about the Jags, everybody wants to talk about the offense. Josh Hines-Allen is the best player on this team. And we just Trevor Lawrence is, I think this is the last year. That being said, or the last year, not the last year for him with the team, but the last year that anybody's going to hold out hope that he's going to be a star quarterback. That being said, I agree with you. I think I'm going to take Jacksonville here. Fire the entire health and training department in San Francisco, because this is absolutely ridiculous.
It's insane.
On the flip side, or to layer that, man, I'm souring on Brock Purdy because of how well Mac Jones is playing. Is it just Shanahan? Is Shanahan just quarterback proof? Because
he might be. I don't know.
They're 3-0 with Mac Jones playing 2 of those games. Like,
no receivers, no Kittle.
Yeah. It's because that's what I thought about too. Like, well, you got no Kittle. Your receiving core is drained. You got Sky Moore out there. I
forgot they had Sky Moore.
Yeah, they traded for Sky Moore.
Wow.
Is Shanahan just quarterback proof? Is Brock Purdy just? It's so funny. Our whole Brock Purdy versus CJ Stroud argument last year is not worth a dime on either side this year.
We actually picked we were both wrong. We picked the wrong horses both ways. They both are just
so yeah. I want to see, just like you said, Jacksonville's got a surprisingly good defense. I want to see if Mac Jones can keep it going. But that being said, I'll pick Jacksonville in this one.
I think Purdy's not officially ruled out yet. We'll see. But I think either way, I'd go Jacksonville as well. Indianapolis going to come here to LA and take on a pissed off Rams team that I'm sure has thought about all week. They lost to the Eagles. Did you happen to see the Jared Verse mic'd up after the?
Oh. It's so good.
If you haven't seen it, it is fantastic. Jared Verse is basically gloating what he's about to say to the Philly fans once they make that kick and win the game against the Eagles, and then just speechless and motionless after it gets blocked. And then in the foreground, you see Jordan Davis' fat ass running down. It's fantastic. So good. NFL Films, you've done it again.
Yeah, and the fact that he's like, y'all better have me mic'd up. And then just silence, just stunned. Literally, that's the definition of stunned silence. You almost you feel bad for him. in that moment because
I
he's a second-year player. He's excited about to beat the champs, and just that. Hey, it's the NFL.
They're going to take on the Colts, AJ, and this is by far the biggest test the Colts have faced. They played the Broncos, but I'm starting to think the Broncos just aren't really the test we thought they were, at least not early in the season. This is the biggest test they're going to have so far this year. Is it for real? We're about to find out for the Colts.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this game. Of this this afternoon's slate, we've got a big game, but this is the second one I'll be paying attention to. Just because, like you said, I want to see if the Colts are for real. I want to see if the Rams respond after that that heartbreak last week, which I believe they will. I will pick the Rams. I don't think I think it's a close game though. I think the Colts are for real.
I think they are too, and I think they're going to win this game. Colts right now, league leading production out of 12 personnel. So they're taking advantage of that stacked tight end room. Tyler Warren being one of them, averaging almost 8 yards per play out of 12 personnel. That with the way Jonathan Taylor is playing, they're getting two tight ends on the field. They have a great O-line, and they have one of the best backs in the NFL behind him. This game is not about Daniel Jones. I guarantee going in, the Rams are not thinking about Daniel Jones. They're thinking about Jonathan Taylor first. And I just see glimpses of what Saquon Barkley did to them last year. And I think Jonathan Taylor has a monster game and is the difference maker. Side note, AJ, I'll be at this game.
Oh, nice. Okay, we had brought this game up a little bit ago, and you were thinking about going. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Funny news, I didn't remember that I had tickets or that I was going to this game until earlier today when the person I'm going with called me up. It's like, hey, you ready to go? Oh yeah.
It's funny. This was the cheapest game of the year for the Rams.
We were talking about that, yeah.
Probably not now after the way the Colts have been playing.
I mean, to think when we bought the tickets, really cheap, really close.
Yeah.
What this game would be, 3-0 versus 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I can't wait. And
when we looked, I think the cheapest seats were $34, which everything else for Rams, cheapest seats were like 150.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's move on now to Baltimore at KC. This is the big game you're referring to. One of these teams is going to be 1-3 after this game. AJ, who can't afford that more?
The Ravens cannot afford that.
I agree.
I think the Chiefs can come back from that. This is an absolute must win for the Ravens. For two reasons. Obviously, you don't want to be 1-3 at this point in the season, and with kind of the way you're playing, and you want to get over that. I think so. I've heard the theory that it's impossible or very, very difficult to beat a team twice, being in the regular season and in the playoffs. Well, the Eagles did that 3 times in the playoffs last year. We beat three teams that we beat in the regular season. So I don't subscribe to that as much as I may be used to. I think the Ravens need to get over the Chiefs' mental hump right now this weekend and let that carry them into the playoffs. Not saying that's a guarantee if they beat them this week that they're going to beat them in the playoffs, but the Chiefs maybe not be the same force that they used to be. Sure. The Ravens absolutely have to win this game. You cannot come out of this game 1-3. If you're the Chiefs, you've been in weird situations before and you come out on top. So, and you're getting reinforcements back. You're getting Xavier Worthy back. You're getting Rashee Rice back. So it's not that detrimental to lose this game. I think the Baltimore Ravens have to win this game, though.
I agree. Ravens, especially after what happened last week in Detroit, them just fumbling the game away there at the end. I think you cannot start 1-3. It's bad vibes all the way around. That being said, I think Casey's going to win. I think they're going to keep it close. And then at the end of the day, I think, I saw Baltimore last week not make every play and not take advantage of every opportunity at the end of the game to win that one or even send it into overtime. I think Patrick Mahomes will. And this game's in Arrowhead, right? Yeah, it's in Arrowhead. I think the Chiefs win this one.
It's amazing. The NFL is amazing because you've got Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in the backfield. And if you just look at that combination, you're like, how do you lose a game? How do you not score 6 touchdowns a game with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson? But this is the NFL, man. Defenses. Steve Spagnuolo is prepared for that combo this week, and Yeah, while I've said over and over that Baltimore has to win this game, I think the Chiefs are going to win this one as well.
Side note: Derrick Henry, 3 games, 3 fumbles. Keep an eye on that.
Weird. That's so weird.
Bears at Raiders. Bears trying to avoid a 1-3 start and build on that big win versus the Cowboys. I think they're going to win this one too. I don't want to talk about the Raiders.
Yeah, same. Caleb Williams has looked better every week. Ben Johnson has looked more comfortable every week. Roma Dunze is a star. The Raiders, what are we doing? This is the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the Raiders. Literally, I could go on and on about how terrible their defense is again and how inefficient and wild Geno Smith has been. The whole Ashton Jeanty thing is just, especially if you're in the fantasy world or even just the NFL world, just to see him bottled up by his own team like that is infuriating. It's just, the Raiders are going to lose this game. And I think it's going to feel good for the Bears to get 2 in a row. I think Caleb looks good again. And looking forward to see what the Bears can turn into as the season goes on and they get accustomed to Ben Johnson, his culture, and then more importantly, his offense. Packers and Micah Parsons going back to AT&T Stadium, the house that Jerry built, and going to take on the Dallas Cowboys, a different looking version of the Dallas Cowboys because they're missing what many people think is their best player in CeeDee Lamb. It's going to be George Pickens leading the show. But the story will be Micah Parsons and this defense going into Dallas. He said it's going to be painful to sack his boy. I think in the moment, it's going to feel really good, actually.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a beatdown by Green Bay. The definition of a trap game is an opponent that you overlook because you're preparing for the next week's game. And I think that was the Green Bay Packers last week against the Browns because they were looking ahead to this Dallas Cowboy game and preparing for this game because this is what they've had circled as soon as Micah Parsons walked through the door. So I think they are over prepared for this game. CeeDee Lamb is not there. George in the fantasy world, everybody's like, "Oh, start George Pickens, start George." I'm not sold on George Pickens as a star wide receiver. Right. I think the Packers I think it's gonna be a beatdown. And kudos to the schedule makers who cooked with this one before the trade even happened. Yeah. Like I was like, did this get flexed into Sunday night?
Nope.
Awesome. This is fantastic.
Yeah. It's gonna be so cool when that theme song hits.
Yeah.
And you see, those Dallas Cowboy unis and the Packer unis on the other side. It's gonna be awesome. The first shot will be Micah Parsons warming up. It's gonna be awesome. Side note here, Dallas defense, 27th in scoring D, 30th in total yards.
Yeah.
I don't know how that stop the run thing is going for them so far. I will be live for that one.
The Kenny Clark revenge game, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah. God, poor Kenny. No one cares. No one cares. I will be live for this one, AJ. Just want to throw it out there. Live streaming this one. What's important about that is that I will be giving away Madden 2026. A lot of you have entered on Twitter, and thank you for entering. Thanks for playing. I'll announce the winner at halftime of that live stream here on our YouTube channel. Let's move on to Monday Night Football.
I'll join you at halftime for that one because that's going to be an exciting one. And you said when that theme song hits, listen, we've had 3 weeks, and I have shut down my house 3 times every time that theme song hits because, like everybody says, we only get 18 of these, so we gotta just drink it in.
Let's talk about these doubleheader Monday Night Football games. Talk about one of these games more than the other.
How do they do this?
Jets at Dolphins at 4:15. So you guys will be rushing home from work to see the Tua Tagovailoa Jets, who was just dropped in the league that I'm in for Michael Penix Jr. Take on the Jets. I hope Justin Fields plays because that's the only reason I'd be interested in this game. And I mean, I think the Jets are going to win.
2 just absolutely awful. Just I don't know. In the fantasy world, start everybody. If you've got a Dolphin or a Jet, start everybody because it might be a fun game. Might be a high-scoring game because
it will be.
2 uninterested defenses.
Right.
So I just or like you said, I hope Justin Fields plays. Tua's out there and at podiums trying to defend himself against Cam Newton. What a disappointment. This is his last year as an NFL starter. it's time to move on. It's time to give Mike McDaniel one more chance. Give him a chance to go get his guy, because Tua, you've shown absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it almost makes you even appreciate even more what McDaniels was able to squeeze out of Tua for that year and a half or so. To think at one point this was the leading passer in the NFL. It's just what? How did that happen?
You're watching, and there's just he's not pushing the ball down the field. It's behind the line of scrimmage passes to Devon Achane every other play. Like, so I just traded away Devon Achane in our big league because I'm like, the wheels. This is the most I'll get for him right now, I think, because I think the wheels are falling off of this team at any given moment. Defenses are gonna key in on that. It's not like it's even working successfully. They're just. He's not giving his receivers a chance to go up and make a play. You've got freaking Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and you're not giving them a chance. Tua's playing scared football. It's so ugly. They're such an ugly team to watch. Even in that close game against the Bills, it just wasn't. There was nothing to it to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're headed downhill, and press conferences from Aaron Glenn and Mike McDaniel should be fun as well. Let's move on to the second game. And they're not going to stack these games the way they did last week. I don't know why they would do anything different, but they're going to schedule these ones differently. This one is going to start an hour later from the Jets-Dolphins kickoff. Will be the Bengals and Broncos kickoff at Empower Field, Mile High Stadium. Bengals-Broncos was one of the best games of the year last year. I'm sure that's what everyone was hoping for going to this week, but we're not going to get that. We're going to get a sad version of the Broncos from what we all thought they would be, and the Jake Browning Bengals at Mile High Stadium. Denver favored by a full touchdown, so Vegas is thinking this isn't going to be close, probably because of the way the Cincinnati performed last week. I think Cincinnati is better than it showed last week. They played the Vikings, right? Probably not going to look good against that defense.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think Cincinnati. I think Jake Browning's going to look like Jake Browning, like he's played in the past for this team. Just decent enough to keep the wheels on. Denver's been a little bit of a disappointment. What's that?
I said I'm really interested to see who you pick.
Denver's been a little disappointing. I'm picking the Bengals.
I am too. Man, the Broncos have been so disappointing.
Yeah, Sean Payton, man. Poor Broncos fans, because I spoke to one this week. He said, you love him and you hate him.
Right.
And that sucks that guy's your coach. And he's operating like a college coach of like, I'm the system, I'm the star.
Right.
I want every reason we do anything well is because of me.
Right.
And that doesn't work in the NFL. Unless you're freaking Andy Reid, not even Andy Reid acts like that.
Right. So
I think the vibes are bad in Denver, worse than they're letting on. So I think Cincinnati this is a get right game for Cincinnati. Cincinnati can come out of this one 3-1. That's incredible for the situation that they found themselves in. So this is a very winnable game. Yeah. I think they can find a way to win this one.
I think so too. I think we're giving Bo Nix a little bit of a pass because we all like him. He was so likable last year. To see him like just ascend right in front of our eyes. But so far this year, he hasn't been good. I know Sean Payton is going to bear a lot of that, and he should. But just he is part of the thing that is not working for this Broncos team. And there's really nothing working on the offensive side of the ball. It's kind of just a big hodgepodge. I'm going Bengals as well. That is all the games for week number 4. Anything else you got in these games this week?
Man, I think a lot of the undefeated teams are going to continue undefeated going forward. We're going to have several 4-0 teams. It's a fun, that Baltimore KC one though, man, that's going to answer some questions.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just the thought of one of them being 1-3 is just my mind.
It's crazy.
Like,
it's absolutely
not
shocking.
Okay.
And if Baltimore loses that one, at that point they had not beat any good teams. They've only beat Cleveland. I mean, they lost to Buffalo, lost to Detroit, and a loss to KC. That's a bad sign, especially this early in the season.
Yeah, and I mean, But it's just so weird because I picked the Chiefs, but yet the Chiefs all they've done is beat the Giants.
Yeah,
Like
I think the vibes are just so bad in Baltimore right now. If you just the body language of Lamar Jackson in that Detroit Lions game,
Derrick Henry crashing out. On the
sideline. Crashing out and missing the helmet holder and falling on the bench. Like
almost missing the bench.
Weirdly bad in Baltimore. I don't know. It almost seems like Harbaugh's lost control a little bit.
Yeah. They don't seem sharp.
It's weird. And Kansas City's just they're consistent throughout, no matter the situation they're in. They're even keeled. That's rough for Baltimore.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. I'm looking forward to getting eyes on Danny Dimes. Really excited about that. If I come back, I'll probably just go and wear if they win, I'll probably just go ahead and wear a Danny Dimes shirt to the show that night.
You gotta wear Indiana Jones hat.
I'm gonna be all in on Daniel Jones.
That's gonna be a great Halloween costume this year. A Daniel Jones jersey with the hat, jacket, and whip.
Fantastic. That is our picks and preview for week number 4. AJ, thanks for joining me on this one. We will see you guys all again on Sunday morning. AJ will see you with a new fantasy update show, and then we'll all see you as a group on Monday morning with a reaction show. That's all I got. See you guys.